Good morning, everybody. Clock just turned over on 6:30 here on your Monday. This is News Source Today. I'm Joel Porter. Police say 2 people are dead after a crash on Highway 20 near Eddyville. The crash happened around 11:30 on Sunday morning. Residents of a remote part of northeast Afghanistan today searched the site of a deadly landslide. Counties have adopted temporary bans on medical marijuana dispensaries after a new state law created a window for officials to pass moratoriums. A large search for missing boy Kyron Horman is planned for June. Family and friends held a fundraiser in Beaverton over the weekend to help raise money for that search. Welcome back. It's been a busy time for anybody who uses a Microsoft product, which according to some research is at least half of most everybody in the country. Adam Levine may have to start using that payphone a little more often because his cell phone may be compromised. During Monday night's Top 10 performance, if any of the singers tonight has a meh night on The Voice, they're probably going home. That's right, it's down to 8 singers left on NBC's The Voice, and they'll be performing the live rounds tonight. Meanwhile, gardens in the Willamette Valley are getting a good drink of water this week, but once the rain stops, more people will begin planting everything from flower pots to green beans. Everybody's ready. We just say it'll take some time.
Yeah.
Well, just as you're looking forward to some fresh fruit and veggies from the garden, others will want to take a bite out of it too. Bugs and other pests like to help themselves to your plants, and if you're not careful, it can be a costly problem. We'll talk about some ways to get rid of them without ruining your hard work. Yeah, well, with sunny, warm afternoons, you may be looking for an excuse to spend time outdoors or just a place to escape the nearly 90-degree heat. In this week's All in a Day's Drive, we're heading to Florence to kick up some sand in the dunes. A quick trip up and down Highway 101 near Florence can give you a drastic change in scenery. The first scenic spot is Darlingtonia State Botanical Wayside. Darlingtonias normally bloom in May or June, and these carnivorous plants are natural-born fly killers.
Flies will actually fly around the plant, and they'll go down into the pitcher itself, and inside of the pitcher has little tiny hairs that are really neat, that it prevents the fly from escaping.
Next up is an escape to the dunes by strapping in for a dune buggy tour.
You know, we don't tell you about everything.
When you have a professional behind the wheel that can show you a great time, they already know what's there. You're not, renting a vehicle and getting out there and having to check it out for yourself and go slower.
And this is no slow ride. Sandland Adventures has more than 20 years of experience guiding visitors across 32,000 acres of high-speed, rough-and-tumble sand dunes. But the drivers recommend that you try not to scream.
So you don't dare open your mouth?
Well, you can get a dietary supplement when that happens, yes.
We call it a free dental cleaning.
That's right.
I've had it in my mouth a few times, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I'd recommend it to anybody.
Or if you'd like to do a little driving of your own, you can do that too. At the Family Fun Center, you can hop in one of a dozen go-karts and take a lap around the track. The carts have room for 1 or 2 drivers. They get 5 minutes to burn rubber on a quarter-mile Grand Prix-style track. If you're not the Need for Speed type, you can also play 18 holes of mini golf. That's a hole in almost one. And those are just a few of the fun activities waiting for you in this coastal town. And it's all in a day's drive. I had to throw that in. Yeah, hope you'll forgive me for that one. Florence will host its 107th annual Rhododendron Festival on May 16th through the 18th. This year's theme, not our first rodeo. Meanwhile, gardens in the Willamette Valley are getting a good drink of water this week. But once the rain stops, more people will begin planting everything from flower pots to green beans. This week in the garden, we'll look at a few things you can plant in containers.
Joel Porter takes us to a few country destinations near Corvallis where you can really relax. Joel?
Ty and Amanda, since OSU's sheep barn isn't open during this year's lambing season, another sheep farm near Alsea is opening its gates to families to come play with the newborn lambs. But if you think that's the only thing to see west of Corvallis, you'd be mistaken. The open barn day at Leaping Lamb Farm is happening this Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can RSVP to the event on the Leaping Lamb webpage or on the farm's Facebook page.
News Source 16's Joel Porter is live in the Weather Center. Hey, Joel.
Good evening, Ty. That's right. We did see quite a mixture outside today, starting off with sunshine. Then those deep, dark clouds rolled on in. That's what we're going to be expecting for tonight. We could see around a half-inch more rain later on tonight. Roseburg dipping down to about 44 degrees with, you guessed it, more showers. We're not done by a long shot talking about that rain and showers. Wednesday is looking even rougher. We'll talk about that in the full forecast. Sunglasses for 5 minutes, umbrella for about 10 minutes. Yeah, back and forth, really. It was crazy. And we're about to see probably a little more of that tomorrow. tomorrow. We got more rain and showers on the way, so it's something to plan for if you call that planning. We'll talk about that in the full forecast up next. Kind of taking a break. We're expecting a bit more to roll on in later today. Let's talk about the coast, though, starting out 51 degrees as you step outside this morning. These are the watering days for the lawn and the garden and all that. Next week, they get the sunshine returns.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, it's rainy.
Reach into my pocket. Well, let's see what I got here. Oh, look at that. There's sunshine. Yeah. Dust it off. Yeah.
Exactly.
Very nice. Then we're glad you're back.
But we love it. We love it.
You're
We're
welcome,
excited.
everybody.
As long as you're here, Joel, it'll hold steady.
As long as I don't go anywhere, it's basically
Right.
guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like to use 100%, but that's 100%. It's totally going to happen.